Hi all, welcome to my channel and to this video. In this video, we will talk about Agile Scrum Master certification and the related practice questions and answers, which can work as quick guide for clearing Certified Scrum Master examination. So let's start, and we will have a few questions. There would be a few answers as well. You can try answering the questions, and then we will also see the right answers in the upcoming slides. Okay, so let's start. Let's move on to the first one. Scrum Team. So what is Scrum Team? Is self-managing with each member having the same technical skills, collaborates and supports its team members, ensures that weak members of the team are allocated to the simpler task, ensures blame is allocated. Of course, this is not the right answer. So out of these four options, the closest answer is the second one, which is collaborates and supports its team members. I think it's pretty easy one. Let's move on to the next question. Good approach to document a scrum is. Okay, so you can go through the four options and see what is the correct answer here. No documentation, do the necessary documentation, do sufficient documentation, do more documentation. So of course we know that in Agile and in Scrum, it is not like a traditional way of working where we have a lot of documentation. So the right answer is do the necessary documentation to support development and use of the product. So it is like no documentation is also not good, and having a lot of documentation is also not good. So we do a necessary documentation. Whatever is necessary, that part can be documented. Yeah. Let's move on. The next question is, in the Scrum team, we learn as we go because four options. Try to answer this question. First one is planning gets more reliable over time, requirements evolve over time, the collaboration within the team gets better over time, or all options are correct. So looking at these options, I can suggest that it looks the last one, which is all options are correct. That is also pretty much straightforward. What are the two main artifacts of a sprint planning meeting, and what is the related commitment? Okay, so main artifacts of a sprint planning meeting are, let's try to answer this one. A sprint backlog and a sprint goal, or requirement document and Gantt chart, a requirement document and test plan, a test plan and Gantt charts. I think the first one is pretty much clear answer here. The rest, all three are not really even close. So yeah, that's the right answer. Let's move on to the next one. What is the primary purpose of the daily stand-up call? Okay, this is something which we do every day in the stand-up call. What is the primary purpose? To give a status report to Scrum Master, to give a status report to product owner, developers inspect how progress is made towards the sprint goal and adapt how the remaining work is done accordingly, to give team members a chance to take a break from their task. Okay, so I mean, in Agile and Scrum, we have the daily stand-up call. So out of these four options, the right answer is C. Developers inspect how progress is made towards the sprint goal and adopt how the remaining work is done accordingly. Yeah. Let's move to the next question. What kind of software development projects can be executed by implementing the Scrum Framework? Again, four options are there. Please try answering this one, and then we'll see the right answer. So four options are complete software package, customer projects, all kinds of software development projects or subsystems, components, or part of bigger systems. Let's look at the right answer. That is C. All kinds of software development projects. Okay, let's move on. During the sprint, developers should be in contact with the product owner twice daily, allowed to work without interruptions from the product owner, able to contact product owner to clarify aspects of the work, able to work without needing to disturb the product owner. So without needing to disturb product owner or without interruptions from the product owner. So I think the right answer, of course, you know by then, the right answer should be C, able to contact product owner. Of course, so if team has any seeking any clarity, or they need to understand the scope of work, or probably requirements are not clear, I think in those cases they can always contact product owner to get the doubts clarified regarding the aspects of the work. So this is the right answer. Let's move on. What is the Scrum approach to design early in the project? Looking at these four options, let's try to answer the question. What is the Scrum approach to design early in the project? Okay, so you can always also follow the rule of elimination, because I see just randomly looking at design should be done by the team which is separate from Scrum team. I don't think this is the right answer, right? Similarly, you can also use rule of elimination if you're not sure which option is correct, though this is pretty much straightforward. So let's look at the right answer, which is option B. Much design can be done in parallel with implementation, because ideally both design and implementation is done by the same team, same Scrum team, right? Or Agile team. All right, let's look at the next one. Which of the following choices is a key reason to adopt an agile process like Scrum? Which of the following choices is a key reason? So out of these, what is the key reason because of which? So first one is to be up to date on the latest process, to shake things up in the organization, to hold developers and testers accountable. Of course, this is funny. This cannot be the right answer. To be better able to respond to change. I think the last one is looking pretty close. Let's look at the right answer. Yeah, it's option D. Okay, let's move to the next question. Who ultimately decides when the team has enough work for the sprint in the planning? So as we all know, I mean, in Agile, when we do the sprint planning, team decides about the work. Obviously, there would be other factors like capacity and complexity of the stories, skill set of the team. So considering all these factors and probably other factors as well, team decides how much work can be taken. But here the question is, who ultimately decides? What do you think out of these four options? So let's look at the correct answer. It is the team, of course, developers, right? So they will decide as a team how much work they can take up in the sprint planning. Okay. Obviously, product owner can prioritize the stories that, okay, this is something I want on top priority, and accordingly he can decide the priority of the items. But the amount of work can be decided by the team. Yeah. Let's move on. The next question, one of the development stages you would expect to see a team go through is. So one of the development stages, so basically this question is around when you have a new team, okay? So first of all, you know that when a team is formed, there are certain challenges, and then it takes a little longer in order to have a ideal team, right? Who can really work as a team. So out of those stages, what is the stage you would expect to see a team go through is sort of these options. Storming, warming, cloning, yawning. Obviously all are not correct, only one is correct, which is, I guess, the first one, storming, right? So there could be some conflicts, there could be some misunderstandings. So storming can be one of the stages. Rest all are not even a valid answers. Let's move on. What is meant by Kanban? I'm sure you would have heard this word a lot, Kanban, right? So what is Kanban? It's a very simple one. A list of activities banned for the team in relation to team's norms. The set of can have stories, a visible chart of work to do, work in progress and work done, a graph of tasks partially completed by the team. So of course, Kanban is like option C should be the right one. Let's see. Yeah, a visible chart of work to do, work in progress and work done. So we have basically three columns. We can have a customized way of Kanban chart as well, but excuse me. So here we can have work to do which is not started, and then work in progress, and then work done. Yeah, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so the next question is, which of the following responsibilities is not attributed to the Scrum Master? So of course there are certain responsibilities which Scrum Master has, right? So out of these four options, which one is not attributed to Scrum Master? First one is removing impediments. This is definitely is one of those facilitating meetings. This is also there, reminding the team about the process. Okay, assigning the task to team members. So I think Scrum Master is serving as um, facilitator basically. Okay, so the answer which is D doesn't seem to be right one. Okay, so for this question, the right answer is option D. Let's move on. Okay, who should define the business value of a feature within the Scrum project? It's pretty straightforward. It's product owner. I'm sure you know it. If not, then yeah, it should be option B. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, in case you have any doubts or any questions out of these questions, you can always write it under the comment section and we can discuss it over there. Yeah. Or if you need more information on any of these questions, we can talk about it there. For now, let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is not traditionally an activity of the Scrum framework? Okay, so we know out of Scrum framework there are different activities, right? So which one is not part of it? Sprint planning, sprint review, sprint retrospective, weekly inspection. So of course, first three are called Scrum ceremonies, so we are very clear about these. But the last one, weekly inspection, I think that is the odd one. Yeah. So option D is the right answer for this question. Let's move on to the next one. Why is it important to trust the team? Okay, very interesting question. Probably a very subjective one as well. We can talk about it in details, but let's see what are four options and which one is the correct one out of these four. High trust teams do not have to be accountable to each other. High trust teams do not require a user representative. The project manager does not then have to keep a project schedule. The presence of trust is positively correlated with the team's performance. Yeah. So I mean, after just going through these comments, you can feel the right answer. Okay. Maybe you can guess the right answer, and then we can come to the next slide to see whether it's correct or not. Let's see what is the right answer here. It should be option D. Yeah. So the presence of trust is positively correlated with the team performance. So of course, if you have trust in your team, right? If you're trusting each other in the team, eventually it will improve your performance as a team. For example, let's say if you are struggling on one topic, right, and the other person is ready to help you, and then if you have a trust built within the team, then you work not just as an individual, you work as a team. So if someone is really struggling, other person can always come and help, right? So it eventually improves team's performance. So that is why trust is very important. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. I think that's all we had in this particular session. Thanks a lot for watching. I did not really keep it unnecessarily long, but yeah, in case you feel that we have cut it short by not explaining in details any particular question, let's put down it in comment, and I'll try to cover it in upcoming videos. Yeah, and thanks a lot for watching. And you can like and subscribe my channel if you really want to have more such videos coming in. Yeah, for you. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye.